Alright, next part of our playthrough. And we're in the home. Because we already have the car that I'm going to drive. Scroll way up. We got the Dorito Boy. Mazda 77B, my favorite race car of all time. Finally get to drive this beast. We're going to be spending a lot of time with her because, well, we got our next series to go. So, we're going to get some upgrades. Why did I go for turbo? You can't turbo this thing. Actually, you can. I will keep that in mind. I meant to go to tires to buy some tires. Start with super slicks. Buy the slicks in case we get bored. And my dream car when I was a kid used to be this car, actually. Let's see. I thought you could have bought the NA2 though. Oh well. So the only upgrade we could do is the turbo. And it's dirt cheap. I am gonna buy it. Do I really want to use it though? I'm gonna buy it and hold on to it. I'll try the first race without it and see if it's worth it. You know what, since we spent so little money, I'm just gonna go right ahead and buy medium slicks even though I'll probably never use it. But I just want that full range of tires available for us because there's some long races we want to pick out. And I have no idea how tire is. I did no preparation for this series. So here we go. Just making sure there's absolutely nothing I can buy. Yeah. Race cars, it's kind of limited. I guess even though I've done no mileage, I will top this off with an oil change. Can't go wrong with that. We're gonna need it. Onto the professional league. This championship, I've always dreaded this when I was younger. I've only ever done this championship once, and that was only like a few years ago. It's the Professional Gran Turismo All-Stars. It is the first huge championship in this series, and by huge I mean extremely long distance. You get a nice crisp 50,000 credits per race win, so it's going to make us a lot of money. And all I'm going to say is I hope I get a bunch of prototypes because this better be worth it. If you're going to be racing for a while, I want a good AI seed, so I might actually refresh this if I don't like the AI seed. Alright, we got the GT1, R390, and the Panos. So no second 77B, but you know what? We are in that 77B, so I like to take that as the challenge. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. The Panos is not going to be that much of an issue. And I think we'll stick with that then. Alright. So I'm going to try this race without the turbo. I will talk about GT7. Give me some time. We got plenty of stuff to do. Yeah. We're just going to go super slicks. No extreme anything just yet. I want to see how hard this series is. 15 laps. Spoiler, pretty much every race is 15 laps in this series, so these are going to be some long boys. So, get comfy. Enjoy the Dorito Boy. Oh man, I love the sound of that car. Let me know if the audio is okay, like you can hear me speaking and you can hear the car. Let me also get used to driving this car without any driving aids, because when I was younger, I would drive this car with at least traction control, but I've been doing this whole playthrough without it. So far, so good. So what are my thoughts on the GT7 state of play? Well, one thing I will say is I was very surprised that PlayStation actually gave a state of play just for GT7. It's, you know, it's really nice to see that people actually care about GT7. I actually think that he is a bit too loud. I will drop that down a bit then. 77B is by nature a loud car. So I'll drop it down like a couple decibels. Let me know how this is. important to hear this car. So this is the best sounding car in existence, I'd argue. That's a Spinella. Well, half Spinella. Now, these prototypes are fully upgraded. And the reason I chose stock was to give myself a challenge, because if I was fully upgraded, the Jag is passing the Toyota GT1. Wow, that's a shock, actually. I would actually think the Panos would be the next up car in line. There you go. I'm going to stick with third gear, because it seems to be a pretty stable gear. But yeah, GT7 State of Play. It's nice that we actually got a full event for it. And the actual trailer was, I'd say, pretty good. Let's see if the GT1 spins. Oh, I think he did a full turn. Yup, he's done a full Spinella. The wide body kit animation, yeah, that's my favorite part of the trailer, to be honest. That and the demonstration with the weather and time and the stars. We got a science lesson about how clouds work, which is totally polyphony. That is 100% something I'd expect to see in a GT7 event. So we're still hanging out in second place, but I actually think we are keeping with pace of the R390, which is a good thing. I do think I'm going to probably knock on the turbo, because this track, the AI are sort of slowing, and on other tracks I might need that extra power. Also, I have no idea how tire strategy is with this car. The tire wear was really low with this car in the GT World Championship. I haven't driven it myself, so let's see. That's why I bought multiple tire ranges, so I could see what can I push so that if I was doing a one stop it would be good. Corvette C8 Z06 sold for $3 million. That is bonkers. You're gonna be able to buy that car for like $100 grand in a few months, or whenever they decide to release that. Also note we have fresh oil and we're stocked. But once we use up this car, our horsepower is going to decrease. So I have high expectations. No, my expectations are exactly the same. My whole thought since the first reveal trailer was GT7 was going to be GT Sport, essentially, or at least GT Sport's platform with a single player, and that appears to still be the case. I said that a lot of the community would probably be disappointed because it's typical GT fans who don't know what they want, or just want a GT4 again with a fresh coat of paint. But I welcome GT7. I like GT Sports driving, and you know, with an actual single player with prize cars and progression and all that jazz that GT's known for, I would like that. I do wish like the racing with the AI was a bit better. Everyone always complains about the AI, and I don't really like the follow the rabbit sort of thing we've had since GT6. I like the grid starts. What's up, Subin? Yeah, Radical's added GT7, which is nice. We also got the Ferrari Testarossa, and the Ferrari F12, and the F8 Tributo, but we knew about the F8. Pretty much all the tracks are known. Most of the cars are known, at least for launch. But we do know that, predictably, just like GT Sport, there's going to be updates where they add cars to the lineup and tracks to the lineup. Wait, are we about to lap somebody? Oh, thanks R390. You know, I wanted to actually pass you on track, but, you know, you could just spin out. That's cool. Yeah, sometimes the AI is, you know, good, challenging, and sometimes the AI does bad in this game. And that's sort of a deal with GT in general. So I think we're going to probably pass the Altezza unless the Toyota had a lot of accidents. Or, wait, is that the Pinos actually? I could barely tell. It's something silver. I think that's the Pinos actually. I know the Pinos is probably, you know, similarly prone to having handling issues. Yes, it is the Pinos. He spins on the corkscrew. Man, AI are just doing all sorts of trolling. So the goal today is to do 5 races today, 5 races tomorrow. I hope to knock this out in 2 streams. Looks like the Pino's parked at the finish line again. My lead has gone from 5 seconds to 15 one lap. One thing about the GT7 State of Play is it didn't really tell us. They told us like a lot of the cool features that are in the game, like the weather effects and the graphics, what they've done with like bringing back GT Auto and how you buy a car. They didn't really tell us like and show us how the actual single player format's gonna be. We know license tests are back, but is it gonna be like a license required event like the older games, or is it gonna be sort of like GT6 where licenses weren't as huge of a deal? Or GT5 I should say. I noticed the level is back. I don't really know much about that Mustang. Yes, 650. I have not looked into it. I have not played Horizon 5 yet. I've been waiting for it to go on a big sale. And so far that just hasn't happened. Pinos is pitting immediately. And the Jag. One thing about the GT7 is people are confused about the music rally and the music replay. I think the music rally is like a nice chill game mode. It's basically an arcade style, checkpoint based countdown race with music. I don't know if I can enjoy that on stream because of copyright music and such, but I think that'll be really chill. And then for the music replay, supposedly the game automatically changes replay and goes based on the beat. And all I gotta say is I really hope you can connect your like Spotify or something so that you can play music and have the replay sync up to your own music. That'd be really cool. So I still have thoughts on Solar Crown, Test Drive Solar Crown. I mean, I haven't changed at all. Literally nothing has changed my thoughts this week. It's all kind of fallen as expected. All I will say is just Solar Crown is not, really affected by how GT7 does. Solar Crown is directly like going to be compared to Horizon 5, Forza Horizon 5. So, I don't know what to say. Looks like someone's parked on turn 4. Yeah. We're gonna be lapping, I think, the whole grid here. What's up, Jaguar? So what do you mean by a Forza game beat a Gran Turismo game? You mean like in sales or player count? I mean, I would attribute that just to it being on Game Pass. Any game that gets Game Pass day 1 is just gonna have all the Game Pass players on it. I don't know. But yeah, Horizon 5's doing the best that series ever's done. We're lapping the Pinos again in, I think, 3 laps. I'm gonna make sure it doesn't spin out in the corkscrew this time. Already managed to lap the Pinos. It did pit though. Is that the GT1 I'm about to lap? And the R390. The Jaguar is in 2nd place. Spinalla. Oh, 2 Spinallas. So the Pinos and the R390 both have hard spins. Here's the Altezza I'm lapping for the first time, which I think has passed the R390. This race is a mess. I'm glad the other AI 770 is not in here, because that would probably not be making a single mistake. I think Forza Motorsport's on its last legs. You know, Motorsport 8 will do whatever it does, and then I think that'll be the end of the series. I helped the AI stay on track, yes. I'm fellow assistant. Let me try to make this TSO20 not spin. I tried to, like, do it. You know what? He didn't spin. I'm taking credit for that. What's up, Rio? How you doing? So it looks like we're gonna no-stop this race, which, man, super slicks. So overpowered. So weird, because like on normal pace I'm just like lagging behind the TSO20 a little bit because he's got more power than me, but you know, just driving clean, you know, tortoise in the hair sort of thing, except not really. Why does he brake so early for the corkscrew? He's scared. Is this the Jagging coming up on? Looks like someone is out at the pit entry. Oh no, the R390 is completely parked at pit entry. Look at that. It barely keeps it on track. The GT1 might actually end up passing the Jaguar if he doesn't wipe out. Yeah, this race is fun for the viewers, I will say. I'm like relaxed driving, obviously because I'm over a minute ahead, but I just want to witness all of this chaos. You know what? We are catching the Jag. Which, to the Jag's credit, it was keeping up on pace with the GT1 before all the mistakes. Yeah, when GT Planet says, hey, make the AI good again, it's like, is this what you meant? And corkscrew. Yeah, I underperform at the corkscrew. Such a weird thing. Let's just like hang out behind the track and see if he spins out. Nope, keeps it calm and collected. Well, GT1 doing another signature tail whip. Well, Forza 8 has at least another year and a half before that's going to come out, if it doesn't get a delay. Ooh. Trying to make a clean pass, even though I'm just lapping the Jag. Ooh, goes wide, but he's bailed out by the wall there. So now I've lapped the entire field in the whole race distance. And now it's just all up to, will GT1 catch the Jag? Or spin out? Then will I catch anyone else in the field who's like run loose? Lambo and Ferrari in the ones. Ooh, they're neck and neck. That's actually pretty interesting. I won't be able to see the tail end of it unless I park. But I hope that Jag holds on to second place. That'd be really cool. That'd be a combo I wouldn't be expecting. And that would help me in the points tally, because I'm sure the R390 and GT1 are going to get it together in other races. Oh, looks like I'm just watching the top of the track. They're coming together. I think the GT1's about to make a pass.
Don't they know I'm busy spoiling myself?
Drift. The Karna. 6 months. Thank you very much, Karna. Appreciate it. We're gonna let the Panos in the pits one last time. And race 1 is go. I think the GT1 just got the XJ at the very end there. Yep, he did. The Altezza came in 4th. Hey, at least I got that. Yeah. R390 2 laps down. I lapped. Oh yeah, I lapped the R390 again in the pits before. That's right. Yeah. Crazy stuff. So, wow. First blood goes to me, and also the GT1 in the AI Championship. I would have not expected this points tally at the start, that's for sure. BMW V12 LMR in this game. It is not. I think it first entry was GT4. Alright, I'm gonna save the replay camera for another race. Yeah, R390 had too many mistakes. Alright, so what's the next track? Oh, Deep Forest. I'm dropping the tires. And you know what? I'm keeping it stock for now. Alright, so let's try to do this whole race on slicks. Drop it 1 compound and just see how it does. Do we have a bit more grip? Who knows? Let's find out though. I don't think the power will make a huge difference here, despite, you know, a lot of the track being full throttle. I make a way through the AI. I don't know if they're going to be as mistake prone in this as they were in Laguna Seca. Now we're running Big 3. Beats me. See a stock 77B. Don't even need the turbo. Yeah, that Jag was really good off the line. mean, that Jag I was rooting for that Jag in the last race. It was keeping it on the racing line. Not spinning. Doing everything a racing driver should do. We're side by side with the R390. This would be a great replay shot. Alright. Oh man, that 1,000 horsepower. I think the R390, you can look it up on the GT, the wiki, but, I think the AI here, the R390 and the GT1, both have 1,000 horsepower. So, my oil change boy is struggling in a straight line. But as long as we can keep up with them and then, you know, not have pit stop shenanigans, it should be good. Well, Toyota's had next to no competition, but once we get some actual manufacturers, which starting this year, Peugeot's going to be back, you know, it'll be interesting to see how the competition folds up again. Because Toyota couldn't win until Porsche and Audi left. Just saying. But yeah, Toyota's probably going to win this year since they've been chill and they've had all the time to prepare. Look at how fast I get smoked in a straight line, but they brake so early. Just like in the virtual Le Mans, right? Verstappen had, you know, he was like leading the race, dominant, and then he just crashed out. Anything could happen in Le Mans. Just saying. 2016 happened. Yeah, Forza 8 might be the end of Forza Motorsport. I think already Horizon has been the main game since I'd say Horizon 2, really. The first time was when Forza Motorsport 5 didn't do very well and Horizon 2 knocked it out of the park. Since then, Horizon's been what everyone talks about. So I actually feel no difference in grip with the slicks versus the super slicks. And you know, I can't do a comparison with lap times really. The car is same difficulty to drive as it was on the last race. I am more confident in third gear now though. Although I don't really need to use second gear at all in this race. Yeah, I'm excited for 2023 endurance season. Some actual manufacturers back and Ferrari's actual like first chance to win Le Mans since like the 60s. Also in racing news today, we got our first F1 reveal. We had the livery for the Haas this year. But not the actual car, it's the demo car with the 2022 livery. And you know, my honest thoughts is the 2022 Haas is, as an American, I'd say garbage. Absolute trash again. I know some people say the livery's clean, and yeah, clean livery is one thing, but you know what I don't see in the livery is sponsors. That's why it looks clean. It's because there's no sponsors on there. Because Haas can't get sponsors because, you know, they got Mazepin running the team. So, I'm not a fan of it, and a lot of people online aren't really a fan of livery either, to be honest. I think Haas are going to be a disappointment again. They've been, you know, going all eggs in for this year, but it's like, what have you really got cooking? Mercedes have sort of revealed their car. They've revealed silhouettes and like a, you know, blacked out carbon version of it. But I think their actual livery is not next week, but the week after, I think. The week after is that first session of preseason. Oop, half spin there. I noticed my front right is not doing too hot. Not even at half distance yet. Might need to pit, but you know what? That's not an issue since the AI I know are gonna pit. I just realized, like, is the Super Slicks that much, like, better in grip, or in wear, versus the regular Slicks? Yeah, Aston Martin picked up Aramco as the title sponsor. I don't know how Seb feels about that, given his environmental stance. The thing with the GT7 is, just like my initial impression is, it doesn't seem to have a cutthroat simulation mode breakout like the other GT games did. It's just kind of all be there in like a sort of hybrid between a GT mode and GT Sports menu. The best GT to start as a newcomer, I'd say either of the PS2 games really. GT3 and 4 I think are really beginner friendly. And you know what, I think GT4 is my answer. Not because it's not even just the best game, it's just, it's so much like content in one package. You can just get lost in the photo mode, the replays, challenges, driving missions, the races, the car lists. I'd say GT4 is the way to go. I mean, I think any of them are a good place to start, really, but GT4, yeah, it's where it's at. GT5, I'd also say, hugely underrated in the series. Huge, huge underrated. Everyone likes to diss it as saying it lost its edge, but I disagree. I think if you look past the level system and dead servers, I'd say it's one of the most complete games in the series. There's so much content in there. GT7 is on the PS4. There's a PS4 version. It's coming out on both PS5 and PS4, just like Spider-Man and the next God of War game, and you know, a handful of other titles that released. Fun little fact. For some reason, if you pre-order the PS5 version, you get a code for the PS4 version that you could redeem. And before you ask me to give my code away, sorry, but I'm not going to do that, because that means I'd have to pick somebody to give it to. And I have a friend who wants the game, so I'll just have that person have it. But yes, there's a PS4 version, so if you have a PS4, you can play the game. I think the only difference is going to be the loading times and the graphics, obviously. But I think it's the exact same game. I mean, I have the PS5 version, I pre-ordered the PS5 version, obviously. I almost just dove into the pits right there. Although, you know what? Pitting is not that bad of an idea right now. I mean, like, here's my advice for you. If you have a PS4 and not a PS5, go right ahead and get the PS4 version. If you don't have either system and you're unsure on the system to pick up, then it comes down to, is it worth it getting a PS5? Because one thing I think people tend to forget about the PS5, especially the disc version, it is fully backwards compatible with the PS4. So it's almost like you're buying two systems. Because that way then you can experience the vast majority of the PS4 library and the brand new games that come out. So, you know, if you have the money and you find a PS5 in the wild, I would recommend actually scooping it if you don't have either system. Yeah, GT7 I still feel like is missing a lot from their car list. I would love to see NASCAR return. I'd love to see actual Formula 1 return. Yes, it looks like the Mercedes is coming back from 2017, but that's just one car. I wish we had the F1 cars from like this game, for instance. This game stacked you with F1 cars. So many. It was actually just a really cool secret feature. I wish they brought that back. GT5, we sort of had that with the 2 Ferrari F1s and the Formula GT, but Ferrari F1s, for some licensing reason that Ferrari doesn't want to explain, you can only use the F1 cars against each other. You couldn't race them in regular career mode. So he asked if I would rather have the Series X or S. That's a tricky question because normally I'd always say disc every time, so Series X. But thing is, like right now, my setup is PS5 and PC. All the Microsoft exclusives I plan to play on PC, which is effectively the digital version. So in the same sort of way, the Series S is like a cheap PC. And a Series S with Game Pass is a pretty solid deal, I must say. However, for game longevity, you know, thinking 10 plus years in the future, that Series X is going to be huge. Because the disc drive, they're still releasing games on disc for Xbox. You can still pick up a Forza Horizon 5 disc for Series X. And you know what? I have a feeling that that's going to be really valuable. It's Indianapolis and GT7. It has not been revealed. I feel like that would be a track they're going to be bringing back at some point. Maybe if they add NASCAR, they'll bring back Indianapolis or something for Brickyard. Not 100% sure. But, yeah. Not confirmed. Just Daytona. But think about the next generation NASCAR. Well, I don't really follow NASCAR that much, but I will say I think the Camaro and the Mustang were really good fits for NASCAR. They turned out nicely. Now it makes the Camry look weird. They should have done a Supra. So I'm going to try to get to the end of the race on this tire set. I thought this would wear faster, but I'm making it alright so far. Lap times have dropped a bit, but I don't think it's really worth pitting. Am I about to lap the GT1 again before anything else? The GT1's making mistakes again. Where? And I don't remember if I lapped the Panos and all that. I would think I did. Because yeah, the R390 was a minute 5 ahead. And the lap time was a minute 6. Or sorry, the R390 was 55 seconds back. My lap time's a minute 6, so actually I don't think the GT1 is in last. I think it's actually the third place running. And I just lapped everybody in the pits. Unless this entire group is ahead that I'm about to come up on. Yeah, Pikes Peak is in a weird spot because GT owns the license for Pikes Peak, and yet we've seen nothing with it. I feel like they're going to do some grand reveal where the Escudo comes back and they have Pikes Peak with it in an update. We'll have to wait and see if that ever actually materializes. Yeah, here's the rest of the group where we have the Panos and the Jag. I don't know. Okay. No, we're diving into the pits. Lap the GT1 here. My lap times are falling off. But the last lap and I'm a minute ahead, so I'm not really worried. Plus it seems like we are still actually outpacing the R390 with worn tires. Maybe not at fast of a rate as you'd like. Alright, race 2. All done. So let's see how those results turned out. Ooh, it's gonna be interesting. So, is the Altezza gonna pass the GT1? The GT1 is sitting in the pits right now. It's not. It was already 2 laps behind. Okay. Wow, XJ220 fell off hard. Going from a 2nd place contender to 6th place. The Altezza actually had a good race, coming in 4th again. The unsung hero getting 6 points. Fair enough. That's another 50k in the bank. Let's get that replay shot here, since we have some time. Take a break to read chat. Yeah, Getting Fire R. That's my new favorite hypercar, by the way, guys. Okay, I already know what I like. I'm using that term in the thumbnail. We have our winner. Okay. Race 3. What's it gonna be? Midfield. Another fast track, but do I need the turbo? I have a stupid idea, but let me try something. Let's drop the tire compound a bit and slap the turbo on. I want to see how this works. I think the power will bail us out, but I think we're going to one-stop this race. It's just a shame they didn't bring this track back to GT7, because they remade this track for GT6 and then never did anything with it. Look at how fast that thing accelerates now. It just completely blew the Altezza out of the water. Now this thing's gonna have turbo lag. Which GT Sport, or not GT Sport, GT7, yeah, I mean GT7's GT Sport, same game. There's an anti-lag system, which is gonna be interesting. Everyone goes wide, including myself actually, but wow, everyone went wide. Okay, maybe I didn't need the turbo. I didn't realize everybody would go out. I forgot this is midfield where everybody likes to drive off track. This corner's a real killer. Nobody actually full spun though. Or actually wait, maybe the Panos did because it's way in the back. So we were getting close to top speed right there. R390 like coming up and then he goes wide again. Too bad they're too fast for the other AI to catch up and drive a smooth line. I think everyone likes the Murcielago. Good old turbo lag. What's up, Rob and Lisa? Yeah, we're pretty much hitting top speed there. I think top speed's 217 miles an hour in this thing, so even with the turbo, it doesn't change the gear ratio. You have to adjust it. Watched John Kari? I have not. I recently binged the zombie show, All of Us Are Dead. That was interesting. Not as good as Squid Game though. The Reddit mod that was on Fox News, yes, the anti-work mod. That was, I talked about this last week, but that was the most like stereotypical Reddit moment you could come up with. I'm trying to see if I could actually hit that top speed before we get up the hill. We're just too far. Need to get like a perfect exit out of the last turn. But yeah, that was definition of cringe. I think maybe the funniest part of that whole anti-work interview was that the actual interviewer didn't need to even say any like argument deconstructing questions. It just kind of self-destructed on really just some surface level info. Okay, this is a good exit. Let's see if I can get top speed here. .214 again. I think that's going to be the most I will hit until I like spin out here. Just because of the uphill. I mean, we're going to hit top speed in the test course race. I saw that there. And I'm going to bump up the gear ratio so that we don't lose it. Big drift. I'm going to pit on lap 8. Thoughts on the Countach 2020? I think, or 2022. I think it looks like a Centenario, to be honest. Centenario and a Sion mixed together. It sort of has a Countach look. I don't know, the Countach is so 80s, 70s and 80s. That's, it's hard to modernize that car without losing what made the Countach so good. We used eBay all the time. I've done a lot of retro shopping on eBay. And it's pretty good. I mean, you guys just use logic, right? Don't get scammed. Check the seller. Check the ratings. Make sure the reviews are legit. And just use, like, reasonability. Like, would somebody sell this item for this cheap or something like that? If I can full throttle this downforce. I mean, sort of. Yeah, the Countach 25th anniversary, I think that's the best version. It's just like a perfect send-off. Yeah, Diablo SV is my favorite Lamborghini ever. Mostly because of nostalgia. It was in my first racing game, Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. I drove that car all the time. I have a die-cast model of it sitting right above my bed. It's a great car. It's such an icon of the 90s. It's so 90s. With the pop-up headlights and just the boxy flare. Here's the Jag and the Panos hanging out again. They're so far apart in race 1 and now they're like right there in race 2. They both pit at the same time too. I mean, I think the Countach 2022, as a car, it looks good. I wouldn't call it the Countach, but I see where they're coming from. I just pressure that Altezza to go off track. Hope I didn't ruin his race there. Get some Hot Wheels cars. I buy video games on eBay for the most part. I'm going into the pits because my tires are sort of worn. And I wanted to try the experiment with the turbo to see how tire wear was. Nice little slide in there. No, I think the Diablo's look was perfect. I mean, you're a sports car in the 90s. If you don't have pop headlights, you're getting beat up at the lunch table. That's a fact. You gotta understand, like, pop-up headlights are a product of their time. They were only popular for, you know, just the 90s pretty much. And then I think they've aged really well because cars don't have pop-ups anymore. Keeps the look clean when it's, you know, light outside. And then they get a nice little flare when it starts to rain or it's nighttime. Nature enthusiast, welcome to the stream. Little slide there. I'll try to go for a sub 101. Alright, not the best exit, but oh well. Pretty good so far. It's my beef with Asphalt 8. I don't find it fun anymore. Lost its competitive edge. Just haven't been interested in playing it simply. I found the car grinding way too boring nowadays. Right, there you go. I wanted a sub 1 and I got it. Could probably push for a sub 59 with like a, you know, cleaner lap. Maybe we could try for it. Although I'm running out of laps. This corner is so hard to figure out. It's like you get so much turbo lag here. And then you gotta make sure you don't touch the gravel. In this corner, you gotta brake suspiciously early. And then rely on downforce and mechanical grip at the same time. Try not to spin out there. I have to put my foot down. For the money, yeah, of course. I would pick up a Diablo SU in real life. Absolutely. That car is riddled with mechanical problems and stuff, but you know, if you have the money, you could fix anything. Yeah. I mean, if you had unlimited money, technically you could buy every single car in the universe and you wouldn't have to make that decision, but you know, that is certainly a car I would add to my collection. If I was a car collector. Finally gonna lap the GT1. Excuse me. Yeah, Smart Vulcan's not even a good car in Escalade anymore. It's just been outpaced by the pay-to-win cars. Ooh, I could have had a good slipstream opportunity to hit top speed there. Your fastest lap. Not the sub 59 I'm looking for. I feel like I need a slipstream to get that. That was a good exit. Not squander this. Oh, thanks, Jag, for ruining my lap. Appreciate it. Before we got punted by the R390, I think. You know what? Karma. Alright, well, I got one chance to get a sub 1 minute, but I don't think it's going to happen. My tires are starting to wear out. Yeah, the RS5 I plan to, actually buy in real life. Not with, if I had the money, would I buy? Like, I plan to actually obtain one in the sort of future, the near future-ish. All depends. I'm kind of confused on how to progress through. Like, do I prioritize buying a house first, or do I get my car? The car is going to be cheaper. The house gives us more opportunities. Actually, the 77B sound is very slightly different on both GT4 and 5. It's just this car sounds so good on both games. Yeah, Rockstar finally confirmed that they're developing a new GTA. They say the next entry in the GTA series, so not technically GTA 6, but you know, it's gonna be GTA 6. So, we win again. Another usual suspects at the front. The Altezza is doing a lot better than I would have predicted it at 4th place. But yeah, we've already opened up a pretty big lead in the championship. I mean, I would think Rockstar would make sure that GTA 6, becomes the #1 seller again. GTA Trilogy was just a lazy port at already existing IP, but to make actual brand new ones, they have to put an effort. And they've had 9 years so far, and counting. It's going to take longer than that to get that game out. Alright guys, I think it's rubber band time, because if I remember correctly, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna write down these settings first in my phone so that I remember. Alright, so downforce is 7491. We're gonna drop that all the way down. Level 36. You know, I feel like we have the power to actually... Let's do 46 and see where that's at. And let's obviously put on the Super 6. Yeah, test course time. Rubber band. Save my controller. Alright, let's go. I don't think it's going to be a super close race, but let's see. Alright, see ya, Ari. We're going to start in second gear right away. Oh man, this is going to be a long gear. Just hopefully I've just nailed this correctly. I only have 5 years. Oh, this is going to work. This is going to work. Oh man. We're doing 250 on the curves. I'm actually going to slow down a bit so I can pick up that slipstream. .277, I think that is the fastest we have ever done in this game. Maybe the Lotus got a bit faster, but 277, guys. That is a win in my books. Yeah, we are smoking this, because I believe the GT1 and the R390 are doing 250. But that's on the straight. But we could do 270 on the straight. And 260, I think, without the slipstream even. Wow, that is crazy. Yeah, this thing's fast. You just unleash the gear ratio. That's all you need. So yeah, I used to love these test course races as a kid because I just spend hours, and I mean hours, just trying to get the fastest top speed on anything. I never actually wanted to slipstream race because these races are so long, and it's literally like just top speed, who has the fastest top speed. So you have to either match the AI perfectly with your gear ratio and just create like an arbitrary race, or you end up, you know, either losing out or dominating. So my approach is just, well, might as well dominate it, go as fast as the car physically can. And I think, you know, minus some very small gear tweaks, this is the best we can do with the SnakeEater. Obviously a fresh oil change would make the difference, but, you know, I like it. And then sometimes you get a rare gem, like the Tuscan Challenge. That was the best race I've ever done on test course. The best race I ever will do. I got lucky there, picking the gear ratio. Yep, minute 30. Someone math that out. That's like 23 minutes or so. Alright, chat. For everyone who's still here, you want me to put on some tunes, some video game OSTs, perhaps? Will the car do a wheelie? I don't think you can wheelie the Mazda without cheat codes. Can on other cars though. do it with the wheelie with the vertigo from what you've heard. Well, a fate. Let me ask you, let me put you on the spot. Did you happen to watch a YouTube video made by some 14-year-old who showed how to do a vertigo wheelie? Is that how you know that answer? Or was the kid actually 13 at the time? I don't even remember. Okay. We're just slowly increasing our lead. And I wonder who that is stuck at the top of the ring. I think that might be the Altezza. What's up, Marcoli? How you doing? Did you happen to watch that video from 14-year-old Lucas about the Gillette Vertigo? That video is so bad. I literally cringe at that. I remember when I made that video, I was sick. I had like a bad cold or something. My voice was shot. And, you know, it's just like that early commentary. And, you know, you look back and it's kind of cringy, but then you realize, like, I was only 2 years away from when I started streaming, and I've been streaming for 6 years now. FH1 stream. No? Do you mean now? Eating Mr. Beast chocolate. No. Does he have a chocolate line now? I haven't really kept up with the Mr. Beast food line. I think FM8 will be the end of the FM series. I think so. Or at least it will be the last Forza Motorsport until the next Xbox console. Nothing but X all the way. We actually have... I'll show my setup while I'm... Whoa! Oh! Why did I try to do that? I was trying to turn while showing the river vent setup and I accidentally went the wrong way. Oops. Oh, there goes our consistent 131s. See, I was trying to turn left as I turned my controller around, but I had a brain fart and turned it right. I was trying to show you guys that I had the rubber band set up on the right analog stick, and I just kind of did that. A good thing I was holding a good lead there. Didn't really kill my tires that much. There, whoever was asking for that Mark Webber, there you go. Yeah. I mean, Rio in general, on the PS2, the whole playthrough I use R2 to accelerate, just like, you know, a modern racing game's control, because my thumb cannot hold down X for more than an hour before it starts to get, like, really sore. But the triggers, no issue. And the triggers are a little bit tricky to get the pressure sensitivity, but I've figured it out. I've been driving with R2 for years now. Yeah, McLaren went from, he might be selling the team in a few years to, you know, they're doing pretty well. If they were trying to, there's still that rumor that they'd be bought by Audi, but I think they're in good hands right now. Who's this? The Altezza? Yes, it is. Don't really get much of a slipstream off of him. I don't think he's going that fast. Entering on Switch full throttle next week for Asphalt 9. Full throttle season. Yeah. I don't even know what the seasons are anymore. I think this next one's like the second British season or something like that. And it's not, the car list is nice, but not really that appealing. Yeah, they discontinued the Xbox One last year. That it was last year, not 2020. But, you know, that's just the, you know, their transition to a new console era. I mean, the thing with the Xbox is, like, you could still play Xbox One games on a Series console. And you could put your Xbox One discs in a Series X, so it kind of makes sense for them to stop making the old console. And, you know, Sony, just because of the pandemic, the reason they're still producing PS4s. You're back, James X. Wait. The GT1 actually pitted. I'm surprised he ran out of tires. That's going to take him out of the race against the R390. What was the point of that, Robin Lisa? Here's the thing, is if I actually drop dead tomorrow, I can't tell you if you are right or not. But you know, yeah, there's that. You know, we could die in an instant with like a solar flare hitting the Earth. Just like that. Or the, what is it? That park in the Yosemite volcano erupting, or, you know, nukes, right? Something like that. End all of existence, you know, just like that. We never even know it. Ooh, slipstream? Got a tip of slipstream right there. I don't even know what anything means anymore, guys. We're only at half distance. I'm gonna do a stream of Horizon 5 when I actually pick up the game. Yeah, I think so. One thing that does a little kind of concern me is last time I streamed Horizon 4, which was on PC, my PC was chugging. I could barely hold the game on medium for 60 frames per second, or 30 frames per second. I don't know how Horizon 5 is gonna be. But, alright guys, I'm gonna put on some tunes. This is a mix of 90s and 2000s platformers. So right now, this is Ratchet and Clank. There's also like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot in here. Let me know if it's too loud. I'm actually going to drop it down a bit. I'm looking at the OBS levels. But I'm bored. And I want to listen to some music because we're only at half distance. PlayStation bought Bungie. How about New York Times buying Wordle? I mean, it kind of made sense because Destiny was kind of like being overseen on PlayStation, right? But I don't think that's going to be huge. It's not like Sony bought Halo, but yes, they bought the studio that originally created Halo. mean, I think I'm gonna build a PC as my next Microsoft purchase, if you want to call it that. I've been meaning to build a PC for 2 years now. It's just the supply shortage and the GPU market inflation has just been absolutely insane that I just like stopped wanting to build a PC. Music subscribe rated? I don't know. I don't really care though. If not, I can cut out this part of test course then. I don't think so. Unlike, so, on a separate, sort of related tangent. Have you guys seen what happened in, like, the Nintendo community? Gilvason, I think his channel's name is, received, like, 3,500 copyright blocks from Nintendo. But it's now starting to get revealed that it might not even actually be Nintendo copyright striking those videos. It's a troll posing as Nintendo. That's actually a huge deal. So I wish to buy a Hot Wheels Bugatti Veyron White Pearl 2002 version on eBay. I do not have any plans. So if you were trying to snipe one, go for it. I'm not going to steal it from you. Up in another car, I believe this is Tesla again. No slipstream again. We passed him in the same spot pretty much. Yeah, Troll's a huge douche. So yeah, I think these PlayStation soundtracks, I've played the PlayStation soundtracks before on stream, I've had no issues really. They're based. I actually think the real reason is because a lot of these PlayStation soundtracks are from a sample library, and they're just mixed. So that's how the composers of like Spyro and Ratchet make their music. The reason why I'm not interested in Hot Wheels Unleashed, not really. Just not really interested in it. Simple as that. Same reason I don't really play Elder Scrolls, for instance. I'm sure it's a great game, but I just haven't gotten the itch to play it yet. And the Hot Wheels also has a pretty bad DLC system. They have like 2 season passes now, and while some of the DLC is interesting, like they got a SpongeBob DLC, it's like way too expensive for a freaking Hot Wheels game. I'd be content with paying $20 or less for Hot Wheels Unleashed. Anything more than that, yeah, you got me lost. That's a game like I'd play like a couple times and then just forget about it. Yeah, I mean, I think most people prefer GT and Forza more because they're just better made games. They have, you know, lots and lots of love shown to them. And in an era where games are made for profit over quality, that's huge. So you're trading Hot Wheels. You think you're trading an Enzo. I forget if I own an Enzo Hot Wheels. It would be beat up if I did. I thought I had a yellow one or something. Yeah, in real life the engine would have... Well, but honestly, no. Because in real life, the 77V's engine was so good that the Mazda racing team claimed that it could do another 24 hours after the race with just an oil change. Yeah, we're basically running top speed for days. God, I love this song. This one's from Spyro 3. It's Fireworks Factory, and I think it's the best song in the game. I mean, this playlist I think is full of bangers, but I think just in the shuffle this one came up, and I'm not complaining. GT1 pits again. 2 more laps, guys. Notice that my lap times are starting to fall. I don't even think it's just the tires, it's just my oil's deteriorating. We're gonna have the oil lamp come up. Probably the next race. I've done 100 miles already. Yep, there we go. I literally just called it. There it is. 107 miles when the oil lamp comes on. Of course, running it on test course. By the way, of those like 100 miles, I think 70 of those, if I'm reading the thing correctly, or 87 of those, coming from test course. Is that right? That 87? I think it's 88.2 miles so far in this session alone. Or we've done 189 miles. Yeah, see 190 now. I see. About 300k is km is an oil change. That's what I think it is. Favorite car from the JGTC category? I would say the NSX. I mean, as a kid, I loved the Arta NSX. That was my favorite car. It still is. The Autobacks. And that was the only reason, was because it was red. But I also really like the NSX in general now. But I'd say, honestly, all the JGTCs, at least the main ones, are pretty cool. I mean, outside of what you see in Gran Turismo, like the Diablo JGTC, there's a Ferrari 550 Maranello, I think. Some really cool, quirky cars. My favorite hypercar? Right now, my favorite hypercar is the Pagani Huayra R. I mean, of course, my favorite changes all the time, but that's gotta be my favorite right now. It's just so cool. The sound, the look. It's a perfect send-off for the Huayra. Although I don't know if they're officially done with the Huayra after the R. I think it's just another special edition that's just gonna slap. Tire pitted, but we did not have to pit. Yeah, I'm hoping Maya still releases the Pagani Huayra R, although I don't think they have any Paganis on the lineup. I'd have to pay like a few $100s to get a 1/18 scale. Alright, test course done in 23 minutes, like I said at the start. Rubber band done. Sorry, right analog stick. One day this analog stick's gonna be dead from just all the rubber banding. Hano gets 4th place. I believe it actually has a pretty high top speed at 225, I think. I'm not gonna wait for all the AI to come in though. Hey look, R390's there. Let's troll him. Anyway. Oh, that was a long boy. I'm gonna pause the music for a second. I might bring it back on the next race. But yeah. Let's just watch this thing drive at the top speed. Yeah, that took a while. I would say the other races have been going pretty quickly. I guess we're driving a prototype, obviously. Even the long lap count, it takes about as long as, like, you know, the 10 laps in a lower car. I just want to see this thing absolutely blast at 240 miles an hour. That thing just blitzes the camera. I love the test course angles because they're just so fast. Like, look at this thing. I think we're doing 250 at this point on the curve. It's just so fast. You know what? I want to get that run where it gets to 270. I don't know if it's going to show on the replay camera properly, but I want to see it. Do I think I'll finish GT3 before 7 comes out? I don't think so. We don't have that much content left, but I think if I had to predict, we're going to finish it in May. That's my prediction. I mean, right now I have an itch to play GT7, so I'm trying to grind it as much as I can. And by getting these championships done, that takes a good chunk out of it. Look at this, we're catching up. I think this is where we hit 277. Oh, just listening to that engine. It was definitely maxed out there. Let's bring that back. R2. Now, I'm going to save the game and I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. So, I'll be right back. I think we'll do 1 or 2 more races and then we'll call it a night. So, we'll see. But, I'll be right back. We're back. We're back. Alright. Next race. Apricot Hill. So let's put those settings back on. I think it was 7491. Let me just check on my phone real quick. Yep, 7491. I don't need the big gear ratio. And I think we were still on turbo and then Super 6. I think we're going to stick with the turbo, so since the oil light went on and the AI are probably better on this track, let's keep with the turbo. Also because I don't want to replay these races if I lose. My oil lamp being on is a concern now. I think the YouTuber ProDrive did this series with a stock 77B, like completely stock. And he made it work, but ProDrive is a better driver than I am. NFT heist. Dude, NFTs are like... I feel like we talk about these all the time because each week they get more ridiculous. But yeah, in the next chapter of NFT drama, people are stealing them and then selling them. Which I still don't get. Like, once you steal somebody's NFT, how do you sell it for all these high values still? It's like a Ponzi scheme, sort of. I know there's the drama with Ice Poseidon launching a cryptocurrency, I think, which was freaking Ponzi scheme. So wow, even with the turbo, those R390 and the GT1 just blasted past. No regular 6? No, I think I want to no-stop this. I mean, I can win all these races on pit strategy, even with stock, I think. But, you know, the slicks, the super slicks, I can't really tell what performance differences. Drives the same way. Same amount of grip that I could feel. And the wear is really just that much, you know, better. Oops. As I freaking lose control. Oh, I'm driving complete trash. Okay, I should probably actually focus. Because if I make too many mistakes, then I won't catch them even with the pit strategy. Yeah, it's just like that FR challenge, right? Where I was trying to use the Cobra. The AI are just good on this track. Even with the turbo, it's a struggle. I don't think it's because of the oil lamp. Just brapping the engine. Yeah, this car is tricky to drive on this track. Because if you put down the pedal too early with the turbo, you spin out. Just I want to carry so much speed into this before hitting the brakes, but you have to brake early. Because you don't get enough track to go slide. GT3, this was the big three in the community. The R390, 77B, and GT1. And that mainly just comes from this game, but in GT4, the big three would sometimes make an appearance, all three together. But the field spread would be a lot more in favor of 77B actually. The R390 got a huge nerf in GT4. And the GT1, while still good, it was outperformed by the modern LMP ones at the time, like the Audi R8 and the Pescarolo and the Bentley Speed 8 and the Sauber R92 CP. 77B still managed to keep up with tire wear and fuel efficiency and hang with the, the high-end Group C cars. Kind of like in real life. So we've managed to pass the R3 and GT1 kind of easily. I think the tires are starting to drop. The Holy Trinity of automobiles, yeah. That's the modern version, right? So, but then there's also like, Subaru Impreza versus the Species Lancer. Or in F1, you have Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari. Any movie or show you watch this month? Well, I said earlier, I watched All of Us Are Dead, which is a Korean zombie apocalypse show. And it was interesting. I binge watched that over 3 days. It was probably something I shouldn't have binged, considering it's a long show, but that happened. I saw the Matrix movie last month. I did not like it. And then, what else did I see? What did I seriously watch? I'm trying to think. American Psycho. I recently saw that movie for the first time a few weeks ago. That's because of the memes, and after watching it, it's like, okay, I see why everyone memes it. If I had the money, would I buy a Wire R? Duh. Can you even buy a Wire R though? I think there's only a single-digit amount of those in existence, and I have no idea who owns those, or if they're just driven by Pagani just to show them off. Yeah, I mean, Paganis are several $1 million a piece. Hondas and Huayras both. Like, I don't think you could find a single Pagani under $3 million. It's absolutely insane how much those things have shot up in value. Old and new. Even assuming if it was street legal, I don't know if you could even buy them. Like, are they even for sale, is what I mean. Maybe they're street legal in Italy. He knows we're lapping it. Almost the sub 110. I think Pagani's everyone's, second favorite or favorite manufacturer from Italy. Like, I'm a Ferrari fan for life, so. These guys hate Italians. They make pretty cars. Very pretty cars. Ooh, we're gonna get a big slipstream here. Almost hit top speed there. Nice, we got the grip on the curb. You gonna pick this up tomorrow? Yeah. I'll finish it in the morning. That was the plan. The plan tonight is to get as far as I can until I'm too tired. Which I think I actually might do one or two more after this one. But I've been streaming since like 10:15, right? So we're almost 2 hours in. And we're about to hit the halfway point. This will take like, what, 4 hours? Also, we blasted the 109 range in that slipstream. Yeah, we're using manual gears. I'm using X and square to shift. You can see right, below the gear, there's the MT symbol. It would say AT if it was automatic. Oh yeah, we're gonna reach 69 hours. I don't know if we'll hit it tonight, but we'll definitely hit it tomorrow, if not tonight. I mean, it is 12 a.m., so definitely, technically I could say today. 12:01 a.m., wow. Happy Saturday, guys. Four laps to go. At first I thought the races were going fast, and then test course happened, and now these feel like they're dragging on. Yeah, you could drive manual transmission in Need for Speed. I think all of the Need for Speeds you could choose it. I just never bothered with it because I always felt the gears were weird in Need for Speed. But then like the automatic gearbox kind of sucked in Need for Speed Heat. I had too many unintended shifts using the automatic. Especially when I was going around ramps. It was always annoying. Yeah, turbo supplied. If you see in the bottom right, you see the turbo spool next to the speedometer. It's the thing where I press the throttle, you can see it kind of spinning up, spooling up. That's the turbo gauge, and that only appears if you have a turbo applied. That's a really easy way to check. Or you just notice that when we hit 5th gear, it absolutely rockets to top speed. We also get that signature turbo toot toot when I drop the accelerator. Hear that? Yeah, it's still like that. The iconic sound effect. Hey look, remember that GT1 that I was struggling to keep up with at the start of the race? I'm about to lap it. Plays best. We're streaming in 1080p, bro. Watching on a freaking flip phone. Like, literally the circle that's to the left of the speed. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's this thing. Circle next to the speedometer. That's the turbo spool. Turbo gauge. It's hard to read it, I admit, even on my TV screen, but you can still see it's there. It doesn't show up if you have NA. I meant if you're watching on a flip phone, which has a tiny screen. I don't even know if you're old enough to know what a flip phone is. That was very boomer of me. Put the R390 up ahead? No, it's a P-nose. And not to get bumped by the GT1. Oh yeah, the R390 is way ahead. weird, after the chaos that was Laguna Seca, the AI have definitely calmed down. Thanks for the bump. Alright, it's halfway through. We are at half pace on the championship. Esperante had a bad race. Jaguar getting 4th though. Pretty good. So how's the standing list? I think the R390 is starting to run away. 26 points. There you go. Yeah, the XJ and the Altezza are tied right now, so that's an interesting scrap. 2 million? 2 million credits. Very nice. Alright, let's do another one. And then I'll decide if I want to call it here. Because once I finish this series, if we have time tomorrow, or today, whatever, then we can maybe get a head start on All Japan. Alright, I think I'm going to do the same setup. Let's start it up. Rome Circuit. This track is, I think, the same lap time. Another 20 minutes about. Driver's a little slappy here. Eiffel Tower, the Coliseum, I mean, I've never been to Europe at all. I mean, I want to go, but I want to go for the racing reasons. I want to see the tracks. And try a bunch of food. I feel like if you go to Eiffel or Rome, there's going to be a lot of tourists there, so it might be hard to actually like take in the scenery. And yeah, if I go to an F1 race at Monza, of course it's going to be crowded, but the whole point of going to a sports event is to, you know, watch with other people. Actually, this lap's a bit longer than Apicardo. 120. That was a bit of a yeet. I'm just bumping every wall playing bumper cars. Yeah, AI are quick, but I think the cars will drop off again as usual. GTR for president. The Nissan GTR. Oops, I bumped the wall again. I just keep bumping that wall. Yeah, maybe I'm getting a bit too tired. I think this will be the last race for today. Do you mean the Nissan, well, which generation Skyline? Or GTR? The R35? Or an older generation? What's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. Without bouncing off every wall. Welcome back, Jaguar. Guys are quick, but I'm slowly reeling them in. I'm driving a little bit more consistent on this lap, but we'll pick them off. Get plenty of time to work with. But I kept the turbo on though. I think it was more so the AI were just making a ton of mistakes on Laguna Seca. And then I took advantage of tire wear. Although, you know, with the stock car, I do think that it's more drivable. The lap time difference might not be that much. Yeah, it's a bit more open space than Monaco. A lot more high-speed areas too. Europe in general has a lot of very narrow roads because they aren't very car-centric. Only on the purpose-built racetracks would a European circuit have a lot of space. But if you go to like an actual European city or look in Google Maps or something, roads are going to be, you know, single lane, lots of bike and walking encouraged rather than driving. Interesting going through the streets. That's why an area like Monaco is such a tight track in real life. It's because it's not a permanent track, it's the streets. Your European cities track. So in GT5 there is actually a Rome circuit, but it's not this one. It's a different iteration that, well, you know, hangs around the Coliseum. It's a different road. I think both are real roads though. Like this track is based on real roads in Rome, and so is the GT5 version. Yeah, it does look similar to Madrid too, but that's a different country. Finally we can pass in the GT1. I think I'll catch the after 90 in the next lap. Closer than I remember. I think if my lap times aren't even that good. Maybe another 115. Yeah, the GT1's tires were starting to drop off, and I think the R390s are in a similar state. Now, we actually got through that section without hitting any walls. Yeah, GTC will just be slower. But the car should be easier to drive, I say. Should. Give him a little love tap there. I'll let him get a full car length ahead and then I'll remake my move. Dive down the inside. There we go. Whoa, got bumped. What's up with that? Dirty move. Actually pass. I had a bad turn 1. Or did the AI kick in? I wonder if they're... I mean, I don't think there's rubber banding. Like, there's no rubber banding. But then, all of a sudden, they went from catching the AI to now he's at the same pace as me. You know, I don't know. He also still breaks really early. I'm also bumping walls again. Well, I think that the Panos were about to lap again. I'm just drifting with the R390. Meanwhile, what's up, Panos? Someone should try to win this series with the Panos. That probably should have been me, but you know, I'll leave that for another driver. Yeah, there shouldn't be rubber banding. Because look, now that I've like actually cleared the R390 properly. I mean, I thought he pitted, but you know, it's not a threat really. Yeah, he's 17 back. He did pit. Alright. Just a few laps to go. I'm certainly getting tired. See, we changed that guy from 17 seconds to 19 seconds. Bit of a tail whip right there. This is the part of the game where it starts to really drag. I mean, it's cool to have this kind of championship, but these races are too long and too many. I think it's like, it's not like we're at the tail end of the game. We still got to do all the endurances and the super license stuff, which thankfully there's not that many super license events, but we do have 3 really long championships in super license. Still lots of hours to go. And then of course there's the deal with endurances. Yeah. On top of the fact that I want to be like streaming mainly GT7 on the weekend, not that I'm going to hold this game back, but I think GT3 will only be night streams. Once GT7 comes out, because I want to be streaming GT7 mainly. 113, nice. At least with endurance races, you get to drive a variety of cars, and the most it takes is 2 hours. Not like 4 or 6 hours or something. No, we'll get to do some variety stuff. Even if the races take a while. Thankfully, I think we only have to drive test course like 3 more times in this game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm gonna get the disc of GT7 delivered. I ordered it online. Yeah, SnakeEater definitely hit retro status. The last of Group C. Takes a lot of inspiration from the Porsche 962C, which to be fair, a lot of Group C cars did that back then. In general, just Group C endurance cars are just really cool. I think they're probably the most beautiful racing cars, besides the 60s cars. But everyone likes to romanticize about the Group B rally cars, the Group C cars. The 1980s racers are just really cool. They're from an era where maximum power, little regulations, and it was before safety really took a huge priority, which obviously for the better in the long run, because less people die is a good thing. But these cars were murderous, both the Group B and the Group C cars. But I don't believe the SnakeEater ever claimed the life. Good job, Mazda. Alright, final lap of the day, because I'm too tired to continue after this one. I think the Alteza just picked off the XJ at the line right there. Yes, he did. The XJ didn't pit, he would have made it. Oh well. At least finished ahead of the Pinos. Anyway, that's another race done. Another 10 points. We are almost 30 points away, but that means if we win the next race, we guarantee the championship. There you go. Alright, I'm gonna save. So, timer goes. And we go to the next race. So we have 4 to go. 4 races to go. Each race is 15 laps. We're running with the Lost SMB. We're out of oil. Got the stage 1 turbo. And we're on Seattle Circuit. It's actually been quite a while since I've driven Seattle. Yeah, let's just get right into it. I could probably still win with the stock. We have no oil, and I don't really want to replay races. Also, the AI sometimes become a little difficult. Can't really tell though. There's just tracks where the AI are garbage and tracks where the AI are good. Like here, R390 all of a sudden just crashed in the first turn. I couldn't predict that. The speed Jags Redemption. Curtain sitting P2. Or I could just bang the wall like that. AR390, he just went right through that. A lot of trying to figure out where the line is. Third gear is a bit hard to navigate. Try not to hit the wall too much. Steering. Tires are still cold, so they're not ready yet. Maybe I should have kept it stock actually, despite this being third. The car's harder to drive. It's only fast in the back straight up here and the front straight. We keep it third gear. Trying to get past the Nissan. Stream. Slow in, fast out. Ferrari 308 Hot Wheels getting delivered. Nice. Thanks for the bump. It'd be cool if you had an actual Ferrari 308 getting delivered. How would it fit in the mailbox? Yep, what's up, Money? Welcome back. We're just chilling. Too early. Not gonna be a good lap time. Alright. Opportunistic. Maybe give him a little bit of a tap, but we made it through. As soon as we pass them, we're gone. And I hit the inside wall. Looked like I had enough space. They should really bring this track back to GT7. The forgotten circuit. Hasn't been in the game since 4. Technically PSP. I think it was even in the game files for GT5, but it was one of the cut tracks. Oh, the R390 got past, I think. trying to go for a hot lap and I messed up the beginning. That was bad. Put way too much speed in that corner. Okay. Still chugging along. Phone be going off. Anyone catch up with Race of Champions, which just happened today? Biggest headline I saw was that Vettel lost to a sim racer. Better yet, it was Aston Martin's own sim racer. It's good for the sim racing driver. I think it was Lucas Blakely. Fellow Lucas, right? What is a cone doing over there? How did a cone get there? Are there even cones in that part of the track? Pirate Banjo. I mean, why would I want to name it Pirate Banjo in the first place, to be honest? What's up, Pinos? Overtake. Hey. Yeah, why is there a cone right there? It was from the way back of the corner. That was a good corner. Coming up against, I think, the Altezza. Yes. Pull the drift, there we go. one of those cones, I think, that ended up here. No idea how. Yeah, I love this thing, sense. What's up, Jaguar? I did not even eat breakfast. I just chugged the coffee and that's all I'm running on. Oh, okay. Running on wall, because that's what I'm eating today. I mean, we put the turbo on, and we've had the turbo on since test course. That's the only upgrade we've done. No other tuning. We put the downforce and the gear ratio back to stock, though. Your favorite track? Yeah, I think TL Circuit's a pretty well received track. I still can't get over Northwest, Kanye's kid. That was years ago. How old is that kid now? Still can't believe it. Northwest. Okay, 4 laps to go. We bumped the inside curve again, so that messed up my mind. Did a lot for GT7. Yeah, GT7 looks like it's gonna be a good game. I won't say the Gran Turismo is the best ever, because you don't want to overhype a game and then get to this point. You want to be keeping your expectations low-ish, or keep them reasonable rather. I guess that's the better way to put it. And then get pleasantly surprised. That's how I kind of like to see games, typically. So what's my favorite track in Gran Turismo, like all together? That's a tough one. I really like midfield. I'm just trying to think of original Gran Turismo circuits that are really cool. Cow Mountain's always been nice to drive. I mean, like, I can't say real world tracks because that's unfair. My favorite real world track, I think, is probably either Monza or Nordschleife. Which are both in, Gran Turismo 7. But as original circuits. This one's up here, Seattle. Yeah, Red Rock's really good. That's a track that needs to come back. I miss Capering from GT5. That's a track that everybody had mixed opinions on, but I thought it was a really cool, unique track. Should have used it more in GT6. Or was it even in GT6? I don't even remember. Yeah, Eau Rouge is going to have gravel track just because of safety. I don't think the corner will be different. It's just the environment outside of it. Encourage less ballsy passes. Because there's been too many accidents at Eau Rouge Radion. Way too many. Including one that took a life. It is never good. lap to go so far. Are my tires in tune? Darkman's only race 1 of the day, so we're still good. Ooh, a 1-2-0. Nice. I don't think I can get a sub 120 with 1 lap to go, but I'll take that. Yeah, this guy could probably do 20 laps on these tires. Big drift. I think you're talking about the Mercedes CLK GTR that flipped. There was another one of a 911 GT1 that did like a full flip, didn't 100% perfectly land it. But yeah, you're thinking of the late 90s endurance cars. That'd be the CLK and the Porsche 911 GT1. Those cars had high-profile incidents. I mean, there was also F1 cars flying from the same driver, actually, Mark Webber. He was the one who flew in the Mercedes CLK GTR, and he had another flying incident in F1 in 2010. You can look it up. Anyway, 21 minutes later. That was kind of a long race. We beat Seattle. Looks like the Altezza finally finds last place. First time in a while, I think. Good race for the XJ. So let's look at the point tallies now. I think we have, yeah, now we've officially won the title. As we now lead by 32 points. There's only 30 points to go. Still close between P4 and P5. The R390 is pretty much secured second place. CLR, not CLK. I always mix the two. But yeah, it was a Mercedes. Mercedes from the 90s. Oh boy, Route 11. I mean, I guess we gotta keep the turbo on, right? Same tire setting. They are gonna be tough here. But, you know, given our pit strategy has been bulletproof, it will work here, I think. Take a pink Vitz against the prototypes. Okay, now I'm gonna try and clear as much easy AI as I can. Go, Jag. Jag's looking at the lead even. And then I get punted. Thanks, Toyota. Sends the Jag into last place. Yeah, I just do not know how to drive. They know how to be fast, but not how to drive clean. This is gonna be a longer race. Upper 20 minutes, I think. Dude, please. So much trouble with steering this thing and trying not to kick the turbo in. I'm glad this game doesn't have damage because I'd be wrecked after some laps. Now you can finally unleash the turbo. I can put top speed even. Yep, 219 miles an hour is what top speed is. What's up, Spirit? I'm doing alright. Had a long week, but I'm glad it's the weekend. Another AI park session, parking lot. R390 switches its lead. Creeping up behind AI. We'll take the lead, I think. On lap 3. Or lap 2, I'll take it. Yeah, that's the 1999 Le Mans Mercedes CLR flip that you're thinking of, Jaguar. No top speed, without slipstream. Hit that drift. Whoa. Thanks, man. GT1 and trying to just put the bullet in me. Okay. Now we can take the lead again. Asphalt Will, welcome. Oh boy. Getting squeezed. GT Planet says, make the AI great again. Is this what they want? It's in the title. It's Gran Turismo 3. Hearing a very old game, it's like, oh, this is a PS2 game, but then you realize it's 20 years old. What makes a game old? What's the cutoff? As well as getting boring, I think it was boring for years now. Asphalt 9 is a lot of post-processing. It makes the graphics look good, but remember, this is on a PS2, and this game came out in 2001. At the time, this is one of the best looking games out there. I still think it looks great. Oops, I was reading chat and I didn't look. Didn't look where I was going. Oops. What's up, Desert Raid? And we're just finishing lap 4. We're already 7.5 minutes in. This race is gonna take a while. Yeah, Need for Speed Most Wanted. Great game. I don't have the PS2 version, I have the Xbox 360 version. It has the HD graphics. Like, how is the asphalt community nowadays? I don't really follow the community that much. I still keep in contact with some people, but I don't really know what's going on in the game anymore. I think, like, YouTuber Cars On is huge right now. I don't really know what Theorem's up to. Don't really know what's going on in the program or esports or anything else, really, to be honest. I mean, I'm glad I put the game down. It was eating too much of my time. Yeah, Rockstar announced they're making a new GTA. It's about time, right? It's gonna be GTA 5 on the PS6. I mean, all I gotta say is they better deliver, but it's gonna be a while before we get, you know, from announcement that's in development to release. I'd say probably like 2024 is my guess. Probably get a trailer next year, and then either a 1 or 2 year release window. It'll be for next gen. I'll just check turns GT7. It may be annoying on this game, but it is a really good track and it's a classic one. It's a good challenge. Whoa. And the scene looks great. They get excited at one-liner. You would not know community internet hype. Like, just look at every time a new Smash Bros. Direct happened. You would get so toxic over one character if it wasn't from a very specific franchise. Like, remember that stretch where Smash Bros. Seemed to only announce sword fighters? That was rough. Nintendo fans don't even know what they want. Asphalt 9 actually did not get me many views. Asphalt 8 is what brought my channel to popularity, and Asphalt 9 I think never took off. I never really had a video get more than 10,000 views. Whereas in Asphalt 8, I have several videos with over 100,000 views, and one of them is like close to 1 million. So, hard to disagree on that, Asphalt Whale. I think Asphalt 9 was holding me back. In fact, I actually think Asphalt was declining since 2018. Talking about that that girl from not Street Fighter. It's from that fighting game that was way too sexualized. You don't get it, Asphalt Whale. I'm not trying to do YouTube for the views. I already, you know, make money elsewhere. I don't do YouTube to make money or get a successful career. I do it because I just want to play games, and I find this game fun, and I find Asphalt 8 and 9 not fun. Does that make sense? I'm not in it for the views or the money. You have the wrong idea. If you chase the views or money, you burn out and become a corporate shill. And I understand that's kind of ironic considering, yeah, I work an office job. That's separate. Exactly a fit. You play games, you have fun. Why would I want to do more work when I already work hard enough during the week? If you treat your hobbies like a job, start to, you know, lose your passion. And I think that's something that's affected Asphalt a lot, is it's no longer passion. Plus, what do you want to see me drive the same tracks over and over again? Or just a reskin of pixels with a new coat of paint? Because that's what every new car in Asphalt 8 is nowadays. They don't even make different S-Class cars anymore. They all drive exactly the same. You have a 360 copy of Horizon 1. I do too. My opinion on the Aston Martin DBX. That's the SUV, right? I'm not really a huge SUV guy. But you know. Sports SUV is a sports SUV. Yeah, they recycle the engine sounds. So they never try anything new. You should try something new. Are you talking to me or Asphalt Whale? Because, well, we've been doing this something new thing for several months now, which was not play Asphalt, play whatever games I want. We've done streams of F1, Need for Speed, Trackmania, and this is our first playthrough. I just picked a long game to play through, but then once I 100% this game, we'll be done, and we'll move on to another item, another project. I mean, the engine sounds at launch were decent, but once they started adding new cars, then they started to get lazy. I don't mind BMW grills, the new ones. I mean, barely any cars sound like the real-life version. Even the Zonda R in Asphalt 8 didn't sound real-life. It just was the basic, you know, V12 sound. Do I sell the DS5? Of course I do. Why would I sell it? I know I can make a profit if I sell it, but considering how hard those things are to find, it's actually better if I just hold on to it. So I actually, you know, play my PS5. Yeah, I did a stream with it. I played Need for Speed Heat and F1 on it a while ago. chugging, man. This is just now beginning of lap 10, and it's like, this race is taking so long. Alright, Jack, I'm gonna move you out of the way for a second. What's up, Justin? Yeah, the Mazda Fury. Oh no. I will never forgive Asphalt for rooting the 959 in Asphalt 8. Porsche 959. Why does it have to be a D-Class car with low top speed? Like, literally when it came out, it had the fastest top speed on the planet at the time. Such a disservice. Such a disservice that they put the F40 in, like, Class B and the 959 in Class D. That was such a stupid move. I think the best time to pick up a PS5 is if you can find it MSRP, or, you know, if you wait for a second revision, or not a second, first revision, like a Slim or something. Yeah, I still haven't seen a PS5 out in the wild. I've seen plenty of Series S's. Yeah, someone mentioned yesterday on chat that they want me to drive the Vulcan multiplayer again, and I was like, guys, the Vulcan's not the car it used to be, and Asphalt's meta isn't the same as it used to be. It's gonna be, you know, the same old boring racing on the same old tracks. Still crutched on boosters. The booster system works really dumb. It takes forever to actually get into a game. They should have removed boosters altogether. The one good change Asphalt 9 has is it has no boosters. That is an inherently pay-to-win mechanic. Especially now, that like costs tokens and fusion coins and stuff. Or boosters. It's almost like all game companies are too lazy to actually make new changes and just do what makes money. I mean, I don't know what Asphalt 8 multiplayer is nowadays. It's certainly not what it used to be. Oh man, 3 laps to go in this slug of a race. This is the GT1 we're about to lap. So what do you mean about a code? Yeah, Asphalt's kind of being a dead horse, but you know, every stream it seems someone always has to ask, hey, why aren't you playing Asphalt? It's like, I'm sorry, are you my boss? Because, you know, the other question I have is, when I was playing Asphalt, where were you? I've been watching a bunch of speedrunning on Twitch. Specifically like Spyro speedrunning for the most part. But I've also watched a bit of Mario 64 and some like other platformers. And it's so interesting how, some of the speedruns take like an hour or two. They'll do a run and, it's not PB. And the chat's just like, do another one, do another one, do another one. After like a 2-hour run and the runner is just tired. Because, a lot of those games require some very precise tricks, a lot of focus, all these special time saves, frame perfect inputs, all this stuff. Doing 2 hours of that is pretty stressful. Even doing like 20 minutes of it is pretty stressful. But yeah, all the chat saying one more run, the streamer's annoyed. I kind of get that sometimes. Because it's like, yeah, most of the Twitch following is for that speedrunning game, so that's what they came to see. But I think actually that streamers' best moments is when they don't stream their speedrunning game. And they just play, different game that they want. Because they still want to stream, but they don't have enough time or the energy to do a run. So they do a casual playthrough or something. That's always fun. The only time like a speedrunning streamer is fun to watch is when they are on like a PB run. In terms of the game they're actually playing. But for a lot of speedrunners, obviously they can't knock out a world record run every single attempt. Some of them take literally hundreds of attempts and months before they can get any improvement. Because if the game's that optimized, it takes a lot to improve. Yeah, TAS is a cool way to experience frame perfect speedrun without as much pressure as real time, but I think real times are obviously more impressive. TAS is more of a demonstration. Tech demo, if you would want to call it that. Minute 17 ahead of the Nissan. And yet, that's still like 2/3 of a lap. So if you kind of get my analogy, every time somebody in chat comes to a stream now and will immediately ask, why aren't you playing Asphalt or something like that, it's like, I'm sorry, am I under contract to play Asphalt or something? Or just have you not paid attention to the last 9 months? Posted like 100 videos and streams since quitting Asphalt, and it's like, of course, gotta be something else. We're in the final lap, by the way. This race is a drag. Going through these technical parts for the last time. I mean, it'll be even more painful when we have to do this in the JGTCs at a slightly slower pace. Also, there's an endurance with this track. Two laps in one. Looks like the Panos is going to make a move on the Altezza. At the very end there. Almost fastest lap on the last lap. Yeah, I believe that Esperante just got him at the end. Yes, he did. Get that extra point. Another dub for the R390. There you go. Let's see the points tallying now. So, 44 points to the R390, which I think secures second place for him. The XJ220, that's 20 points, and it's pretty hard to overhaul that. I think the Panos pretty much has secured P6. If that makes any sense. Revolver time. We got money. Did James just ban him just for fun? Oh man. Okay, Grand Valley. Grand Valley 2. It's gonna be another long boy. Another 25 minutes. But this track flows better than the Route 11. Little punt. Everyone's parking it. Oh, I forgot. I thought it was race 9, but or race 9 already. So the points aren't fully secured. Oh boy. I just parked it there at the end of the tunnel. Smash Bros. Speedruns. You know those targets, those target challenges in Smash Bros. Are pretty fun to watch. Yeah, Super Mario 64. I've been trying to like chip away at 64 on the Switch. I have Mario 3D All Stars, and you know, as I'm playing it, I'm like, I remember seeing this star in a run, thinking, how do people like just abuse the engine that much? Like, Mario 64, if you guys haven't played it, I'm trying to slide around. Mario 64 is actually like pretty precise in terms of how you control it. Especially the camera. The camera sucks on that game. The jumps are, you know, pretty precise. You know, it's an early 3D platformer, and I have mad respect to the people who speedrun that game, because that is such a handful to play. So looks like these prototypes are kind of messing around with the track, I'd say. Sure, they don't bump me. I'm gonna get that rear view mirror going. Whoa, I thought it was clear. Alright. Yeah, it's lapped slightly shorter than Route 11, but it'll take about the same time. Tick forward sign. Is Grand Valley an Australian track? We may never know. Until GT7 adds it. did Richard Rawlings, who sold a 2005 Ford GT. Are you talking about a Hot Wheels worth 70 grand or an actual Ford GT? Or wait, you're not rounding me, so I'm thinking it's a real Ford GT then. Have they actually dropped in value? I would think the 2005 GT will only increase. Face looks like I got trolled. I'm getting trolled by this game for how long these races are taking. This game definitely beats the patience into you. You know, when we started the championship, it was kind of hype, right? Because we were like, you know, racing these fast cars for the first time. And now it's like, oh, we've been driving this car for like 3 hours now. And, you know, I've done a 24-hour race with the 77B. I love driving this car, but man, GT5's controls are much more chill than this game's controls, for instance. And also I did Le Mans, which is a less technical track. I still haven't done 24 hours in Nürburgring on A-spec. So, I've been meaning to do that at some point, but I feel like that'd be better to do on a wheel since Nürburgring's kind of a tough track. Not that I don't think I can handle it, because, you know, you obviously do the 24-hour race in stints, but it's a lot of annoying driving. I'll say, if you're a person going for 100% in a Gran Turismo game, you're going to have your hands tied. You know what's one hope I do have with GT7 that it did worry me in the state of play? Is GT7 going to have, you know, 100 hours of gameplay? I hope it does, at least. Seems like it's a pretty short game. You have some championships, you have the license tests, and you have the card collecting, but is there going to be a long single player? I think that's what a lot of the GT community is hoping for, to be honest. Because something GT6 did a mistake on was making their game too short. It seemed like GT6 had a lot of content, but it really didn't. Because even the endurance races were too short, the championships were too short. It was a good length for a casual game, but for a Gran Turismo game, you'd expect more, considering GT3, 4, and 5 have several 100-hour journeys, especially GT4 and 5. Those are long games. You think this game's long? GT4 is 250 hours about. I didn't realize the last lap we had a sub 140. Nice. Good luck in the pianos. Thanks for blocking. I think putting like a lot of content in game is good, of course. And the thing is, like, GT is not a platformer type, and racing is a long sport. And the thing is, GT4, it has a lot of hours, but the actual races in of itself aren't that long. It's just they have hundreds and hundreds of events because of the one makes and the beginner, professional, and extreme events, the 100+ hours of endurance. And then the long license tests. Well, not long, but you know what I mean? There's a lot of license tests. There's like 80, I think, and 30 driving missions. It's a lot. A lot of content in short bursts. Shorter bursts. Like not 6-hour championships, you know? Oh yeah, and a Formula 1, championship that's like 15 races long, and each one is, a full-length F1 race. That's really cool. That adds a lot of hours too. I remember doing that when I 100%ed my game. You know what? I'm pausing my game just so I can ban that user. It was RPM Jaguar. Come on. RPM Jaguar is just trying to impersonate me. This is the Gran Turismo All-Stars in Professional League. It's probably the highest average speed series, well, besides the Formula 1 series. But it's pretty long. Each race is 15 laps, and this is race 9, so we're almost done. Formula GT's nightmare. I'd actually say, well, I haven't driven Formula GT yet. I wouldn't think it's the worst championship though. The one that's gonna be the most painful is the Polyphony Digital Cup, because that's a 6-hour series. Because the races are the longest and the cars are the slowest. I wish you could switch cars in that championship, because that would make it a lot more fun. But it's basically pick one car that you want to drive 6 hours for, and it's not a race car. Also, what's up, Rio? Welcome back. Just still chugging away. The GT1 is in 2nd place. Interesting. Yeah, GT Sports 77B is a lot louder. Sounds similar. Sounds more like the real life version. But, yeah, and make sure that you hear it. And in real life, this car sounds really loud. I would love to see one in real life. Hasn't demoed in a while. You can only see this car when it demos at Le Mans and stuff like that. But one day I'll try to go see it. Idle sound, yeah, it's great. you actually need ear protection, head protection to listen to the car. We are about to lap the whole field. Is what, 10 seconds away from lapping the GT1. Which car are you referring to? So it's the F090S, and what are you comparing it to? Because in the Europe version, there's only 2 Formula cars. So that's the R390 I'm about to lap. Yeah, it was Games X RPM Jaguar, same person. Here's the thing, Tryon. Are you an alternate account? Yeah, man, you're gonna miss the prize car. Don't spoil it. Not funny, man. Hey guys, I'm funny because I'm trying to pose as the streamer. It's like, dude, you thought we was finna laugh. Like, guys, you're not the first person to impersonate me. It's not even like a good attempt. I forget if it's the F090S. I thought the 94 has the casino decal. I mean, it might be multiple ones. I thought the F090 is a solid paint color. It says like polyphony on the side or something. 3 laps to go. Trying to pick up a slipstream from the Altezza. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten the Altezza in the game. I think there's been multiple opportunities for us to get it as a prize car. Wow, thanks for the ram, man. And the spin out. Again, when GT Planet says bring back the good AI, is that what they mean? I think they don't understand that to make the AI actually race you, they gotta kind of ignore that you're there. It turns out people don't like when AI crash into them. So they gimp the AI, and it's like that in most racing games. So I don't know. I think GT7's AI is going to be exactly the same as GT Sport, and people are going to cry about it. But it's like, dude, they said at the very beginning that GT7 is supposed to be a game for everyone. And GT doesn't have a difficulty level unless it's arcade mode. And that's where they're going to give you, the AI option. But in the career mode, there was never a difficulty mode. Gran Turismo has always been the game as hard as you make it. If you want to drive a slow, underpowered car, that's your decision. I think GT4's point system was the way to distinguish that. Alright, I'm thirsty. I need a water chug for a second. I'll be... I'd be losing my voice. Obligatory chug. There's a 1997 McLaren. In this game, yes, there is. I think it's only in the demos. Or not demos, but there's like an early version of this game that has the 97 McLaren in it. There was a plan to actually add the real F1s, but I guess that fell through. Weird, because McLaren didn't enter this game until GT5, really. They sort of had the BMW McLaren F1 GT4. I think GT Concept. Or GT4 Prologue, actually. Yeah, I drove the X2010 a lot when I was a kid, and I even drove it a bit when I was doing my GT5 playthrough to grind some of the lap endurances because they took so long. So GT5 actually my favorite were the time endurances because then I could drive, a cool car because your distance didn't matter, just the time it took. And I really fell in love with the Audi TT-R touring car from 2004. That blue one, it drives really nice in GT5. Red Bull and GT3, Red Bull Racing wasn't even a team when this game came out. They were just a sponsor to Sauber. Alright, final lap. So much. Oops, I'm going off track. Down the straight. 25 minutes later, another race victory. And this championship drags, but it's almost over. Another dub for the R390. I thought the GT1 would get it, but I guess not. Hi guys, how are you? It's your name. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's a nice sunset. Although Deep Force 2 is also at sunset. How's the point tally looking? 50 points for the R390. Only 2 points separate the XJ and the Altezza. So I think a P4 for the Altezza and a P6 for the Jag would look good. I think. Interesting. But yeah, the Pinos I think has secured last place. Because that's another dub. Alright, I'm gonna save the game. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, so I will be right back. We are back. Okay. So. That's race 9 done. So now we've saved our progress. It would hold the seed for RNG if I wanted to do that. But I haven't done it yet in this playthrough to reset a prize car. So, I don't know if I really want to reset this. Tokyo, you know, okay, well at least it's not going to be 25 minutes. It's going to be like 22 or 3 minutes. Not the longest track, but not the shortest either. It's high speed, so we do need the turbo for this one. AI are fast too. Moving. Whoa, thanks for the bump. Upstream. At top speed here. Gonna continue high pursuits. Like Need for Speed. It's on my list of games to play. I plan to do a playthrough of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Oh, I think you mean Hot Pursuit 2010, right? The remaster. I haven't done a stream of it since Christmas night, right? So, ooh. If you guys want to see that, I can make it happen sometime. But yeah, I meant Hot Pursuit 2 and the PS2. The classic. That's a game I want to play through. waiting to see where he would come in. Yeah, I get a lot of nostalgia playing this game. Takes me back to when I was a kid. This was one of my first games as a kid. I spent a lot of hours in this game as a kid. I drove this car a lot. This is my favorite car in the world. It still is my favorite race car of all time. But this is like my happy place. Also, we're at 69 hours, I just realized. We've been like that for quite a while. We finally make a move on the GT1 and make it stick. Goes around the outside. Let's try not to get rammed. Waiting for him to pass me in a straight line. This is some good racing though. Does a PC work on a disc with an automatic disc holder? What do you mean by that? Yeah, GT1, one of the most iconic cars, and a car they need to bring back the GT7. Absolutely need to bring it back. The disrespect they have for the R390 and the GT1 nowadays is so real, especially the R390 actually. It was so good in GT2 and GT3, and then it just kind of started falling off since GT4, and now it's a forgotten car. Even though it's had pretty good success at Le Mans. Had a podium in '98, I think. I went to sleep. We've been streaming only for about an hour. But this is our normal Saturday stream. Do logic, right? I ended the stream, slept 8 hours, and then came back to stream again. But this is the championship we were doing yesterday. Now, last week we streamed a lot of hours. How do you get the GT1 road card? I think there are 2 championships, or 2 series you can win it. I think it's GT World Championship Amateur, which is I think where we got ours. And then I think there's one of the endurance races that give it as a prize. I went to sleep and then streamed again. It's not like I've been streaming for 10 hours straight. Like, look at the length of this video, look at the timestamp. 8 seconds behind the R390. Oh, now we're only 5 seconds behind. I made 3 seconds at half of the lap. I think this is coming across traffic. Okay, well, the R390 finally pits, giving me a shot at the lead. Jag we're lapping. I said the Jag would need to lose this race, and so far he is, but how's the Altezza doing? Right here. He knows he's not that far up ahead. All of them are relatively close together. This is going to be one in the pits. So we are 20 seconds out of the R390. We pulled that. This lap. I'm actually extending my lead just a bit. This tire strategy is gonna prove itself. We're at 70 hours now. Wow. Still not close to time. I'd say we have about 40 hours to go. More than that, actually. We have a 5-hour championship, a 6-hour championship, another like 7-hour championship, 20 hours of endurances, and then however long the time trials take us. Fastest lap just by like a couple hundreds. And Jagger hitting again. I'll test that again when I'm about a lap. Yeah, the laps aren't that long. The races still take a long time because it's a lot of laps, but a 20-minute adventure is not that bad. There are some championships in this game that do really drag, and I think a lot of them we've already done. Like the Clio Trophy was painful, the Vitz race was painful. Those were 5 race series. Those took forever. We're not out of the woods completely. But this race is going faster than I would have thought. Here's the Jag. About a lap. Second time. Waiting a long time to say this, but one more lap. It'll be the end of the championship. It'll be a perfect clean sweep. R390 pits again and bail out if I was driving a stock car. I think I could have probably won the whole series with the stock car. But, you know, to save the pain of cleaning up, I think this is for the better. Plus we got to drive some both. Some stock, some turbo. Corner. No spin. There we go. Final straights. Final lap. Final race. GT All-Stars. All done. Oh man. That was tough. Well, not tough. That was just tiring. Here's how the standings laid out. The RC220 beat the Altezza, so that's a win for that in the standings. Another good performance from the R390, getting P2 again. Alright, final point standing. Clean sweep from my end, 56 points for the R390. 4th place for the Jag X220. Fighting hard with the Altezza. Panos gets a painful last place. GT1 in 3rd. GT1. Always fast, but not fast enough. That's another 50k in the bank. We've made a ton of money. 500k on this series alone. Plus whatever we're gonna get from the final prize. Alright, y'all know what time it is. It's prize time. After 4 hours of effort, what is the game gonna reward us with? Get your prize car hype in the chat. I hope it's something good. We're at that point of the game where it's like, come on, give us something good. We're at 2.6 million credits now, so you guys ready for the prize card? Let's see it. Give me a thing with a wing. Oh, yes, let's go. Let's freaking go, guys. That was worth it. Oh, man. I'm happy about that one. Very happy about that one. Very, 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 very happy. Oh. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay. All golds and GT All-Stars, and I think we brought home the best prize card you could have asked for. So now we have a GT R390 GT1 LM road car, and now we got the LM race car. Awesome. I will definitely use this car, I guess when we get to endurances. So I will keep that on hand. Man, so happy to get that car. That puts us at 86.6%. That would be the end of the segment.